Yeah, he
Wow.
proposed Lenin.
Uh-huh.
He proposed Lenin to collect all grand pianos and burn it.
Amazing. What did Lenin say?
So there was the Minister of Culture, Lunacharsky,
Uh-huh.
and he spoke with Lenin about this idea, and they decided. But Lenin loved Beethoven music, and that's why it didn't happen.
Lenin was so bourgeois.
Yeah.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello, welcome to Guys Trip, a podcast of the artists, for the artists, and by the artists. Today I have with me the one and only, a composer, a video artist, master of objects, yielder of sounds, Mr. Sergey Kismatov. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, nice to have you here. Thank you so much for lending your time for
thank
my
you.
weird project.
No, it's cool.
Cool. So before we start, I'll lay the ground rules of like how this thing works, and we have like cat hairs flowing through the air. It's so nice. The camera is not sensitive enough to to detect this, but yes. So basically, what we're going to do, we're interviewing each other. This is, I already told Sergey before we started, this is the second interview with like cats in the house. So we might have a special guest or multiple special guests later on. So basically what we do, we're interviewing each other. Each of us has 5 questions for the other person. Questions can be anything. Like the idea is just to have the questions to lead to an interesting discussion about like life, art, philosophy, whatever is interesting. So some ground rules about the questions. You may reject any question that I ask if it makes you uncomfortable or you don't feel like answering it. I may not reject any question that you pose me, so use this power wisely. You can decide who goes first. So if you ask me the first question or if I ask you the first question, and this, of course, affects also who asks the last question. Because we're doing it interchangeably. Each question can lead to a discussion of up to 10 minutes. I'm not like sitting here with a buzzer checking like if we're up to 10 minutes, but I'll be checking ever so often to make sure that we're not talking for too much, because like also we have other things to do later on. Cool. At the end of each question, we make a toast with delicious whiskey, and this time we have like a special guest. What's the name of this drink?
Calvados.
Calvados. I'm very excited for the Calvados. So again, we'll be drinking from the delicious Port Charlotte that I have brought, and I'll drink from the Calvados, and maybe if we'll finish this, we'll change it up later.
Yep.
One more thing that I think it's important, if we're mentioning anyone from like the art scene that we know personally, let's just make sure to not mention them negatively.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the yeah. Cool. So I think we can start. Who would you like to go first?
You.
Okay, so I'll ask you the question I ask every one of my guests for the first question. How are you doing these days?
These days, I'm doing well, very well. Thank you. I was on the Rügen, it's an island on the Baltic Sea, and I did kite surfing.
Wow.
And now my whole of body like completely destroyed because it was like long pause. The previous set I did before, it was July, and yeah, my body it's a bit like um, yeah, but
So it's a bit cramped.
yeah, but generally it's okay. I love it. It's very romantic sport.
And other than travels, well, what have you been doing lately?
Um, mm, I don't know, nothing maybe.
Okay, nothing is also good. Sometimes you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
need to let your mind rest a
Yeah, I
bit, I
have to
guess.
work and have to find how to say the mood for the work. And yeah, that's sometimes it can be a problem. Yeah.
How come?
So I mean, the last couple of months I did a lot of the application, like the paperwork,
Ah,
and that's why I
yes.
have to switch to to create something. And yeah, so I hope I do it.
Yeah, it's really like right these days, like because like the artist is completely independent, right? In a way,
Yeah.
like we're very much dependent of like institutions and grants and like all these opportunities, but we're completely independent in the sense that we need to um like do all of the work, not on the artwork itself, also like the applications and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
How is it for you actually, like with balancing it? Because like you said, like you need to actually switch modes in a way.
Yeah, because this year I did so many application, and most of them, so I would say almost all of them, doesn't work. And yeah, it's a bit difficult time nowadays, I would say.
Because there's like more competition and less money to go around.
It's all time like this, but yeah, I don't know why but it's because of the maybe it's because of the I'm from Russia, and nowadays it's like a
Oh,
bit difficult. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
you feel that there's some bias in the past 2 years.
I'm not sure. I don't know because nobody say you like
I
or
mean,
not.
it's of course it's not completely, not even complete. It's like a complete. It's a completely different situation. But I know from a lot of Israeli composers and artists that they were having some trouble in the past year with getting grants
Yeah.
and opportunities. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if there's like a similar effect to people coming from Russia. But
Yeah, so I feel myself like maybe German people during the Second World War. So sometimes because you have to all time to say that you are not support um, war, not support
yeah.
this dictators and so on and so on. And I don't know, we start to speak about politics, and maybe you can explain how it's the how to be in the Israel, how to live during this time in Israel.
Is this your first question?
Yeah.
Wait.
I have
So
to drink first. Yeah.
yes, after
Okay.
each question we
Okay.
need to drink.
Okay.
So, um, I mean, I will drink for more opportunities for
For artists.
everyone,
Yeah.
for artists. Yes.
Prost. How do you like Calvados? This is my first question.
Nice, nice.
It's French, a French drink
Okay.
from Britain or Normandy. I don't remember exactly from this west part.
Interesting. I mean, now in my travels after Germany, I go to France, so maybe
Oh,
I can research and go to
yeah,
the
yeah.
where they make the Calvados.
So I love Calvados very much. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, all right. So your first question.
Yeah, about the Israel. How was it? I know it's probably it's very difficult, but I would say I'm in safety place. But when you live there, and how it like connect with your art, with your
Mm-hmm.
life?
Mm, so I mean, I would say it's really interesting, like these times, um, because for me, many Israelis see this differently. So like, don't see my point of view as the average Israeli point of view. But for me, we're always at war. So there's nothing new about what happened since 7th of October last year. It's just more intense in a way, you know? And this intensity, of course, it affects one's life. Um, so in one way, it's like it's shit. Of course, it's shit. Like I hate waking up to sirens in the middle of the night or even during the day. It's not so nice to have sirens and like having to go to like a shelter. And I don't like all this death going around, both of our people and also of like the Palestinian people. It's like it's terrible. I hate that people die, and a lot of people die for no good reason. It's just like um, I'm always saying this, like we have a leadership problem in the Middle East, not only in Israel. The leaders they thrive on fear. I guess it's not so different in Russia. Like Putin is also like thriving on fear.
Dictator, typical dictator.
Yeah. So the easiest thing for them to do is to put us against each other. It's like to make us feel like they're our enemies. We need to destroy them, or they are coming to destroy you. So you need to destroy them before they destroy you, etc., etc. So I just think this whole situation is stupid on one hand. On the other hand, like war always accelerates processes. Um, both like technologically, right? Like the some of the biggest technological advancement during humankind's history happened during like the world wars or the Cold War, right? Because like people were so they were in an arms race, right? Like always like to be better than the enemy, and also like social processes like are accelerated during war, right? Like during war, a lot of like people's like darker thoughts or like more deeper and like hidden thoughts are like suddenly revealed, and they reveal their like true opinion about the situation and about like the enemy or about the war or about like how what is the right solution to the problems. And this in a way like brings a lot of new I hate to use this word, like material to the to reality in a way. um I think you'll empathize with this perception because in a way you and your art you I feel a lot of times like there's a very hard to distinguish between what is reality and what is material for art, because in your art a lot of times you use like everyday objects and everyday gestures and everyday like things and sounds as part of the art. So in a way there's like no border, right, between what is like aesthetic material and what is everyday material for life, you know what I mean?
Yep.
um so um so I feel like because this the acceleration of processes, we see um we see new materials come into the surface, and it's really interesting, and in a strange way like these times always like bring inspiration for art. Like it's sad. I wish we could get inspiration from like nicer things, but we work with what we have. um I mean, is it also for you like because I know that you have like one of the this is quite an old work by now, but like you have this piece from Russia with Love, right?
Ah.
And it's also a paraphrase on like a James Bond movie name, right?
Yeah.
Um, So I mean, I would be interested. Like, how is it for you? Like, do you also like find inspiration, or like maybe inspiration is the wrong word, but like, do you also find in your art a place to express these feelings about like the what's happening in Russia?
That's your second question.
No, it's part of the discussion.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So yeah, that's more about the critics
yeah.
of this piece, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, about some social, maybe social
Mm-hmm.
problem in society. But yeah, I guess it exists not only in Russia. That's many in many places. This, yeah, but yeah.
Mm, but have you like specifically with like the current situation, have you addressed it in any of your recent works?
So I do one work, but I didn't I would say published it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the process. It goes polytunes,
Mm-hmm.
like political tunes,
Yeah.
and this is about. It's also video ensemble,
Uh-huh.
and it's about, yeah, it's about the blah 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 politics and so on and so on.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So this will be out soon-ish.
Because in the last 2 3 years, when the Ukrainian war started,
Uh-huh.
so I watched so many news.
Mm.
So like every day I watched the news. It was like more than the previous my life. I watched so many news, and yeah, and that's why it was like I just half year ago I thought, okay, maybe I have to do something with that because it's like it's so toxic,
Mm.
and yeah, and I feel myself very sick about the this to watch every day because there is no good news. Almost all
No, it's terrible. Yeah.
99% it's a very bad news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. So like you take this like ugly and toxic thing and make it like using aesthetics and composition, you make it into something beautiful, I hope.
Yeah, in one interview, also they spoke about the political situation,
Uh-huh.
and they have they spoke about the idea of humor. To
Uh-huh.
make it humorize, it makes it more healthy, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
more healthy. And you, if you look on the some politics and you took it like Putin, like a Trump, and
Yes.
you take it like it with humor,
Yes.
it much more better than to perceive it like be angry on or some, because the humor like also very powerful mood. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah. It's like a positive emotion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
positive emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, positive emotion, but the it's also like a very strong weapon.
Yes. Yes. It's really nice. It's like also um like we use humor, I think, like to in a way to get perspective.
Hmm.
Right? Because once you can laugh about something, it means you can see it from the outside and see how ridiculous it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. Nice. So to um more humor in art.
Right. Yeah, and in music, it's a bit difficult to do something with humor because
Mhm.
the material it's very abstract.
True.
Um, in theater and literature and cinema, it's okay, yeah, but with music, it's
Yeah. But actually like this actually leads me to my second question. Um because you for many years now you have basically made composition with video. um like in a way the timeline of the editing software was your score in a way. Like I don't know what's the exact process, and maybe you could elaborate on that. But like you used video objects and sound objects as your material in a lot of your works. Um, and I would be interested, like, yeah, of course, like hearing about the um yeah, maybe you can start by describing your process, because it's like it's really interesting to me, and I think it would really be interesting for our listeners to know, like, how do you approach each new project yeah, video project.
Yeah, and before the pandemic, I started to do some video, but it was like the background of my main work. Sometimes I did video, but it was like I wouldn't say it was serious for me.
Mm-hmm.
But during the pandemic, when all concerts were cancelled, and so I found this idea very interesting, because you're doing the composition and you can put it in YouTube
Yeah.
and yeah, and you don't need ensemble or orchestra or I don't know solo, and you don't need concert situation. Yeah, and during pandemic I started to do it more seriously, and yeah, till now I'm doing this, yeah, because also not so many concerts I have, and not so many musicians wants to play my music, and that's why I'm doing. I'm like I do composition and I play composition by myself.
Uh-huh.
And I
But
love this process. I love it's like Lego constructor.
yes, it's really playful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like mosaic. You're doing like you collect the video recording of some sounds, and then you when you about the process. So I started to cut the material. So I take the material which I want to use, which is usable, and then I cut it, and then during the process of this working with material, I found some fragments which can be passed with each other, and passed, which can be like to works with each other,
Uh-huh.
and yeah,
That complement each other, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then step by step I doing this mosaic structure.
So the composition process itself is done in the editing software, or do you write a score with the structure, and then
No.
like how does it look? The
No. It's a video. So I do it in the DaVinci Resolve.
Uh-huh.
It's very good program, because it looks like sequencer, because you have many tracks for video and for audio, and
Okay.
it's very so comfortable for me to work. And yeah, I like this program very much.
So it basically looks like a visual score in the end, right? Because like each like musical unit has its own track or like line in the score that you can, and then you know where when it appears in the relations between the
Yeah.
interesting. So a follow up to this is that like we discussed before that like you use a lot of, like, let's call it like today, I don't know what is traditional or non-traditional, but like non-musical or non-traditionally musical sounds, right? It's not like for example, this is even before the pandemic, you have a Stuhl quartet,
Yeah.
right? Which I have watched recently in Tel Aviv on the big screen, which was really nice. You'd be happy to know that they put it in full volume, and you had people in the audience
Oh my God,
going
no.
like this, and it was amazing. It was perfect.
Oh no, because there's some sounds very high, and
Yes.
it can be like super painful for the ears. Oh.
But I enjoyed it. I love like loud, noisy sound. So for me, it was perfect. But like, yeah. Um. So there, for example, you use basically the sounds of squeaky chairs, squeaky metal chairs, right? Um, so I'm wondering for you. I mean, I guess you're very sensitive to sound, right? Like every interesting sound you hear, you're like very perceptive to it.
Sometimes yes.
Because I would assume that most people, even most musicians, are really good at filtering out
Yeah.
these kinds of like normal, mundane sounds, right? Like for them, it's just like it's just a sound. It's nothing. Even like the sound of. I mean, this is more like a musique concrète instrumental, right? The sound of like the guitarist like stroking his hands against the strings. Like most people just ignore the sound, but like composers like Lachenmann and all these guys, like they decided, no, these are interesting sounds that we want to explore, and you in a way like take it further and say like every sound has the potential to be interesting um, in a specific context. So I wonder for you, like when does it might sound like a bit philosophical. When does reality end and art starts? You know what I mean?
Good question. Yeah. I don't know. If you speak about Stuhl Quartet, chair quartet,
Yeah.
I did it just like for joke.
Uh-huh.
With my friends, we were drunk and we were high also. And I forgot about this recording. Then I found it on my smartphone. I did, and I just tried to do something. I did this video, but it was actually it was surprise because this joke I did it was. Like performed it in many places, and I
Yeah.
got also the grant because of this piece. And
I mean, the
for me,
composition is wonderful.
yeah, yeah. For me, it was like just a joke between us, between friends, and that's all from the beginning. And then I realized that maybe it's a nice idea to do something like this. Yeah, and I don't know. It starts maybe. Yeah, it starts maybe. You find sound interesting, and you start to record it, and then you know that you have this kind of sound, and maybe you can combine with another sounds, or it can be solo. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have some experiments that were left on the cutting room floor that you try to explore some sounds, some combinations, and they were like, it's not
Of
interesting.
course, many.
So like
It's
most of them go to the garbage.
I don't know how personally I don't know, but yeah, many a lot, a lot. And for example, but I did Rotonda. This about the squeaky doors.
Yes.
Piece. I have like maybe material for one more Rotonda.
I
Yeah,
see.
there is a lot of material on the side, I would say.
I see. So it's really like a long process of going through all the material, understanding what is interesting, what can work with the other things.
Yeah.
Cool.
You try because you can try. So if you write score, you don't know sometimes how it sounds, the timing you don't know also.
True.
But when you work directly with the like concrete music, and so you know the timing. But sometimes um, when you too deep in this soap, you need the time to relax and then to listen to it again to check it to prove of everything okay or not. And yeah, it's like but you can already directly check so with the score you have to wait for the rehearsal. And here with the concrete music you don't need to.
Cool. So what should we drink to?
um all sound.
Raw sound. Yes. So, Sergey, your next question.
Yeah, my next question is good question. Because I didn't prepare myself.
Yeah, we can just wing it.
Yeah. Tell me about your music, your composition, because I saw only this small composition which you post on the Instagram.
The war loops.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
warloops,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
and
Mm,
maybe you can tell me generally what are you doing.
mhm. I mean, so in recent years, I've been mainly into generative music and algorithmic composition. So, like, the basic idea is that I come up with an algorithm for generating music. I generate some music using this algorithm. I sort through it, see what's interesting, what's not interesting, and then use it as material. Yeah, sometimes the result is so interesting that I use it as its own thing. Sometimes I need to put some editing work into the process, but um, yeah, basically in recent years, because also I got more into programming and software development and code. I got really into like how you can like mass produce uh, music that is also interesting, not only because you have mass produced music, pop music, right, that is like everywhere, and it's like some of it is really interesting, but like a lot of it is not. um
Yeah, 99%. Yeah. As well as also there is a lot of the I would say serious music. So many serious music
yeah,
nowadays. It's like yeah.
I mean, in a way, it's also mass produced, right? Because like you have all, like I used to go a lot on the this website, the Composer site, where they post all the opportunities for
Yeah,
composers.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
So there are so many opportunities for like a string quartet or for a piece for violin and piano. And it's like, this is also mass produced music, right? Because like everyone wants to write music for this because there are so many opportunities for this. For these ensembles. So for me, it was interesting to explore this idea of like, how can you mass produce music in a way. The war loops are also a part of this aesthetic, right? Because like I write really short loops. They weren't generated through an algorithm. They were basically the result of improvising by the piano. But you write like not a lot of music. You don't put like a lot of effort into the composition, but you get a lot of music out of it because it's played in loops. So you can get a 1 hour track of music from like 2 bars of of written music because like you play it once or twice or and then put it in a loop. Um,
So it's like minimalismus.
in a way, yeah, it's like I would say it's
Like
inspired
pattern.
from like some minimalist aesthetics. Also like there's another composer that I really like, Johannes Kreidler.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's also really into like the mass production of music. He has like a completely different approach. Like for him, it's also like the visual part is very important, right? He has these like visual pieces.
Concept is important. Yeah.
Yeah.
In music, actually, it's very difficult to make a concept art because it's not about the words. It's and concept is about the words.
Yeah.
And yeah, the John Cage or Alvin Lucier, they're very good example of the concept music. I guess.
Yeah, for sure. The like with John Cage, it's really interesting because for him it was really like about I think from like reading his writings, it was really like about the concept itself, right? That like you have this like abstract concept, like the most famous is 433.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You have this like abstract concept that can yield so many musical results. I once did like a small research with a friend. We went on YouTube and we searched for different performances of 433. No performance is like the other.
Yeah.
they're so different. Musically, they're so different, and this is so interesting, because this like brings to light like the way music actually works, right? Because as composers, we tend to think that the notes, the notation is the music, but it's not true, right? The real music is when you actually hear it, when the actual sound comes into your ears. That's when music is created, right? When it's written on a piece of paper, it's really nice, but it's not music. It's like a philosophical exercise.
It's like something like mediator or the instruction to make
Yes.
music.
Yeah. So Cage like really took it and broke it down to its bare essentials, right? It's like he said like this piece is 4 minutes and 33 seconds. It has 3 movements. He specifies the lengths and what do you need to do in the movements? Test it.
Yeah. You spoke about the mass of the. There's a lot of music, and
Yes.
one of my friend, he has a very nice idea. We spoke also about that, and he said me there's like so many music. We have to not produce more. We have to delete. We have to remove it from our space.
Interesting. That's an interesting musical project.
Yeah.
Like hire some hackers and ask them to like break into like Spotify or Apple Music and just like delete their servers, like make music disappear.
yeah. And it's also a very beautiful concept.
Yeah.
There was like in Russia, there was a revolution in 1917, and there was a composer, Arseny Avramov, who also made this symphony, well-known symphony Sirens, but I don't like this the translation Sirens because it's like the people thinking that it's like this kind of, but it's about the factory horns, like the factory sirens, like they have like one note. Like, yeah, and he had an idea because of tonal music, because of the 12 keyboards music. He had that. He wanted to make music more multi. What is it? Microtonal music.
Okay.
Microtonal music, and he had idea, and
in 1917.
yeah, he
Wow.
proposed Lenin. He proposed Lenin to collect all grand pianos and burn it.
Amazing. What did Lenin say?
So there was the Minister of Culture, Lunacharsky, and he spoke with Lenin about this idea, and they decided. But Lenin loved Beethoven music, and that's why it didn't happen.
Lenin was so bourgeois.
Yeah.
Shame. Like now I want to live like in an alternate reality where Lenin would be like, yeah, let's burn all these pianos and write microtonal music.
Yeah, and Avramov also proposed to do the hymn, like hymn, what is the name of the hymn?
Anthem.
Anthem, like microtonal anthem.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder like how it would affect the Cold War, you know? Maybe if the Soviet Union had a microtonal anthem, maybe they would have won the Cold War, you know? You can't know.
Yeah. It can be progressive. It can be like Soviet Union could be like European Union.
Exactly.
Yeah, but unfortunately there was like a so shitty government all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah.
Cool. But I mean, the thing with mass production, I find it fascinating because like you really now, especially with the new technologies, like have you explored some of these like LLMs, like large language models? They call it AI in the popular
Okay,
jargon.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. Just because like I'm like a technologically savvy, like I hate using this term
yeah,
AI
yeah, yeah.
because it's not artificial or intelligent.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah.
have you tried to explore any of these tools? Because today there are so many tools that allow you to basically generate music. There's, for example, this like a Suno, if you heard of that you can basically tell it like, write me a jazz bossa nova song about toasters, and it will write you a jazz bossa nova song about toasters.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like, um, in my opinion, it's not so interesting for the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, yeah, I listen to some AI produced music like from Mozart, transmission from Mozart to Chopin, and
Uh-huh,
so on and
uh-huh.
so on. This kind of music. Um, Maybe in the future it can be more instant when it will be like really intelligent. But for the moment, it's like, yeah, it's like, um, it's not creative. It's about like doing something which already exists.
Yeah.
It's make a copy of copy of copy, and yeah, it's not interesting. And yeah, maybe like with the chess, for example. Of course, the nowadays the like computer like plays much better because they calculate much better than the
Yes.
people. But it's much more interesting to look how the people playing chess than the computer,
Oh, of
because
course, yeah.
yeah, and maybe it will be the same with the in the art. I don't know. We will see. But some of people are thinking like, now we're living in the beginning of the revolutionary process, because in art sphere, because IE,
Yeah.
AE, and then we will see. But it was some people compare it with the photography,
Uh-huh.
because for the artist, at the time when photography was invented, they for some of artists, not for all, of course, for some of artists it was not necessary to do like realistic picture.
Yeah, mainly like portrait
Yeah,
artists. Yeah.
and some artists they moved to direction of abstract, more to
Yeah.
doing more abstract art. And yeah, and some people compare this, but it can be much more huge revolution. Yeah, of course, they, for example, Chat GPT helps a lot with the some construction of the project description, for example, to make it like more nice language and so on and so on. Yeah, but yeah, for the art, I don't know. We will see. We will see,
Yeah.
because we are just in the beginning of this
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you. I think the first people to like actually feel this revolution, if it will be a revolution, like it will mainly be people who write music for like commercials or
Yeah,
more like functional music,
yeah.
like all music that is more functional for commercials or like
Like fast food music or IKEA music.
yes, yes, exactly. Like elevator music, like stuff like that. You don't need real composers for this anymore because it's not like no one is interesting. No one is listening to this music, so no one is interested in the artistic qualities of this music. So it's very easy to generate this, and no one would notice. But yeah, I agree. Like I think people crave. Um, art that is beyond like the generic. This is why also like the most successful pop artists are not the ones that do what everyone else is doing. That they have their own unique voice. Um, yeah, so I think in this sense, like unless it becomes like insanely more intelligent, I think for now, artists are pretty safe. in this regard.
Yeah, yeah. We're safe.
um, so maybe we should drink to real music.
The real music and for the successful progress of intelligent artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Now it's your question, your turn.
It is my turn. Sergey, it is time. Tell us something we don't know about you.
I think a lot of things you don't know about me. I don't know what else. What should I say? But so many things. It's about the art. It's about the I don't know what. There's so many things.
Whatever you want to share with us.
When I was young, I visited my grandmother. She lived in the summer vacation. I visited my grandmother, and I was like maybe 7 years, 8 years. I was crazy about the horses.
Where was it?
It was in Russian Volогодskaya Oblast.
Where is it located geographically? Just so we.
So it's east from St. Petersburg. Like maybe I don't know, maybe 1,000 kilometers from St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like central Russia?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah, Russia, it's really big.
Yeah, it's
okay.
big.
Okay.
And I was crazy about the horses. And I love the smell of the horse. I like to ride on the horse. And there was like a situation. There was the horse of the village. And I thought, as a child, it's okay if I take it and just ride on it. And I took it for the whole day. Yeah, and I ride it, and when I brought it back, the people from the village watched me so angry. Yeah, because they saw the somebody stole the horse.
Wow.
But for me it was like completely okay. I didn't know that I broke some rules. Yeah.
Sergey Kismatov, the horse stealer.
Yeah.
I see. You're really you have like a deep connection with animals, right?
So yeah, but also animals. Yeah.
Like you like as I saw, like, and the audience didn't see it, like they're pretty, actually they're pretty tame, I would say. You have 3 cats.
Yeah, yeah.
And it feels you're very connected to these cats.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, but yeah, there was I was in this Sicily quite a long time, and then there is many homeless pets, dogs, cats, and when you're a long time, you feel it. You feel pain because of that, and that's why I decided to adopt one. And she was pregnant, and then I had 2. And then I found another one also. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like, this is truly amazing. Like this ability to have like this deep connection with an animal. Like, I never had a deep connection with any animal.
When I was child, I had a lot of pets, like papagas, cats. Also one dog was. Also the turtles,
Wow.
hamsters, of course, and the fish in aquariums.
Wow. That's so cool. What was your favorite pet?
I don't know, difficult to say. They're so different. And as my math teacher said, that you cannot compare chicken with pig.
True, that's true. I mean, chicken is way tastier. But yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. Do you think it, like, in a way, it like affected your perception of music, this connection with animals? Because I have noticed that like I don't have a lot of interaction with animals, but every time I have an interaction with animals, I always notice that they're making like really interesting sounds. Like you mentioned horses earlier. Like the horse sounds are super interesting. Um, like they have these like deep, like this, right? That they make, but they can also reach like really high pitch sounds.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice beatboxer.
yeah.
And also the donkey produced so interesting sounds, like multiphonic voice. I don't know, voice, not how to say it. Multiphonic, some multiphonics. And
It's like multiple pitches
yeah,
with the
yeah,
same.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Donkey is also crazy. Yeah, cats sometimes also produce interesting sounds, but
Yeah, especially when they're horny.
Mhm. yeah, that was crazy period because the Rosie, the mother of she was pregnant, and then just immediately after birthday she started to be again horny, and I couldn't castrate her because she feed the baby, and I wait for that 40 days, and I couldn't sleep normally. It was like 3 hours per day. Maybe I felt myself at the end like a zombie, like I'm two times more older than I am. And then I went to massage 2 hours massage.
Yeah.
Then I felt myself much more better. Yeah, because 40 days it was like 3 hours, 2 hours per day I slept.
Wow, that's rough.
Mm.
Yeah, I have like once a year, like for a couple of weeks, my neighbor's cats are are making some interesting sounds during the night. But yeah, not as intense as what you're describing.
Yeah, it was difficult time. Yeah, but yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, but like the sounds of animals. When I was in Jamaica, I was in a short trip in the jungle, and then I heard like the most amazing animal sounds I ever heard, because like I was just like surrounded. It was like this like surround effect of like dozens of types of birds and insects and frogs all around you, and they're all making their own like unique sounds. And if you like stay there and like really listen, you can actually start like differentiating between this sound is like it's like this sound mass, and you can start differentiating this like specific pitch comes from like one bird, and this comes from another bird. This is probably like an insect. And some of them are really interesting because some of them are like super rhythmic.
Yeah.
Like you said, you had like a papagayos, like a parrots, right? And like parrots like can make like really rhythmical sounds, like super interesting, right?
Some birds, some insects also, and some, frogs also sometimes doing like very, very, very rhythmical.
Yeah. So like, it's like, this is like maybe that's your next piece. Like this is very underexplored topic, animal sounds,
Actually, I did already Symphony.
Okay, Symphony, nice. Swampphony, okay.
That's also
that's on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Okay, I didn't see this one. Okay.
It's for the animal orchestra.
Okay. I'll check this out. Okay.
Many. It's for the like surround for quadraphonic or octaphonic, so different. So yeah.
Oh wow! Which animals did you use? What is the instrumentation?
There is a list of hundreds of animals.
Wow.
I collected sounds of animals from the different libraries, sound libraries, and and then I did this composition.
Wow! And to think it all started from stealing a horse.
I'm not sure, yeah, but maybe.
So, should we drink to
for our world?
For what? For the planet, yeah. Your turn.
Yeah,
Next question.
Next question. We spoke about the art composition and um, what's your image of composer today? Being composer today.
It's so hard because I just thought about it the other day, like this whole idea of identity, right? Because for a long time, since COVID, actually, I don't really see myself as like a composer in the sense of like an identity. You know what I mean? Like I compose music, but my identity is not to be a composer. I don't know if it makes sense.
Because I'm the most the most idea of composer, like the word also composer, I think it's very romantic
Yes,
romantic time,
definitely.
and when we speak about composer, the like even musician, they thinking this the guy who or girl who sitting on the table and write some score, and
Yes.
it's very romantic
And
idea.
writes the sounds in their head and
Yeah.
put it onto the paper.
Yeah,
And
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. Yeah, for of course today it's completely different. Like I like actually most of my work with like a piece of paper is like writing texts and not music. Most of the music I do directly on the computer, right? I guess you as well. Um so yeah, of course, like what is a composer these days? It's like it's a really good question. I think this whole question of identity, um like I would say, especially in the West, I think we have like an identity crisis in a way. Not only for composers, for everyone. Like the whole concept of identity has been broken down. This is really something I'm thinking about recently because I'm starting to promote a book that I've written. And when you promote something on the internet, you need to find the target audience. Have you ever heard this term, target audience? Yeah. And what does it mean? You need to find people who their identities match the product you're trying to sell. And I've been thinking about that. In recent years, you have like a lot of identity politics, right? People who like make their identity into an agenda. I feel this also exists in the arts, right? Like a lot of people who identify as artists feel like they have to also take some very specific political agendas, right? If I'm an artist, I have to be, for example, I don't know, like LGBTQ friendly, right? I have to be a liberal. I have to be whatever, right? I have to be critical of institutions. Like all kinds of like stuff that like comes with the identity of an artist or a composer. If I'm a composer, I have to appreciate good music. I don't listen to pop music. I don't listen to not everyone, of course, right? But like I met a lot of composers who were like, yeah, this music, like film music, this is like low level music. This is like shit. I'm not. I don't even see it as real music. You know. So I thought about this whole concept of like um, identity politics and how we use our identities to define our agendas. And I thought about that like today in the internet, because everything is advertiser based. In social media, they collect your data, and they collect your data in order to match the commercials that you get to the data that they have collected. They try to define your identity. So if you're a composer, you will probably be interested in commercials for audio gear, right? Like microphones or like audio interfaces or whatever, musical instruments, keyboards, and stuff like that.
Or some call for scores,
Exactly.
competitions. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Things that are like in this like circle. So I start to think about it. It's like the identity of a composer in the past, like you said, it was a very romantic thing, but today it's a commercialized thing. Like the identity of a composer is something that is calculated by algorithms in order to sell you products. Like that's the identity of a composer these days, in a way. You know what I mean? Because like the way composition and art in general is communicated these days is through these platforms, through social media. Yeah.
Yeah, if we consider like social media is like our main life, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like the biggest part of our life.
Mm-hmm. Really, like how much time do you spend on average on social media?
Mm, I don't know. Um, yeah, but maybe a lot, but not the most part of the day, of course.
So it's not the main part of our lives in a
No,
way.
I check sometimes because there is sometimes very if you have like if you subscribe for some useful thing like a call for scores on
Yeah,
competition, sometimes you can find there a very good opportunity.
true.
Yeah, sometimes I check it. Yeah, and yeah, but most of the messages. Yeah, you're right. It's like commercial advertisement
Yeah.
or bullshit. Some. Yeah.
Or these like videos that like it's really insane. Like I see it sometimes on Instagram. Like you have these videos that are super viral, and it's really cool. It's like it's usually like someone doing something really cool with like a strange instrument, right? And you think, oh, that's really cool. And then you go to their page, and all the videos are the same. It's the same thing for like thousands of videos, and it's like, whoa, it's like, what the fuck? It's
Yeah.
like there's nothing creative about it. Like it's like we talked before, it's like mass production. There's nothing artistic about that.
Yeah.
But like the algorithm, it has recognized that you're a composer and you're a musician and you'll be interested in this kind of content. And usually these people have like this really cool instrument and you see it and you think, maybe I'll buy one. You know, so it's always like a form of a commercial. And it's in a way, it's really sad that like, I think identity can be like a really powerful thing. Like we talked about identity, so for example the national identity, that can be like super powerful, right? It can drive like masses of people to work together in order to achieve like a common goal.
But you mean in this romantical national identity?
It, like of course it all comes from 19th century
Yeah.
romantic thinking, of course. Now, all I'm saying is that like it's a shame that like these days like the big corporations took this concept of identity and they basically commodified it. They made it into a thing that you can use in order to sell people products, and it's in a way it's no longer about like us, it's just about like feeding the algorithm, just like about like making money. And it's a shame, and I think this is the reason we're in an identity crisis, because people who are critical about this whole system really find it hard to identify with these like solid identities of like a composer or an artist, because then you have to like take upon yourself all these things that go with this identity, and sometimes you don't want to. Like sometimes like, yeah, I'm an independent person, I have like opinions, sometimes I don't agree with like everything that is included with being a musician or being an artist. So I think, yeah, it's like it's hard these days to identify, I think, as a composer. I don't know, like how is it for you?
So I'm think about it from another point of view.
Yes.
I think we have a problem with terms, terminology.
Okay.
Yeah, because composer, I think it's more more romantical idea.
True.
I think so. It can be, and it's like also border. We have this kind of border. For example, if we compare it with visual artists, so if you go to study visual artists, so you don't have you don't need to do the picture on the canvas with the oil. Or you can do also installation. You can do also you can work with video with everything. You can mix everything. But when we speak about the composer, so we image like the person who is doing the score. Or also today it's possible to do also some electronic music without score, of course. But if we speak about some sound installation, something else, we call it like sound art. And I think it should be the term should be sound art generally for the music, because composer also work with it's a sound art.
Of course, yeah.
Because we are all working with the sound, and then we can to divide it like which is written on the score or installation, like in visual art.
Yeah.
I think it will be I would say much more healthy for the general for the sound art world, and we don't have this kind of borders like in visual art, for example. Yeah. Yeah, and the other from the other side, of course, an institution, because for the composition, we still have string quartet as you
Yes.
or like piano trio, or I don't know,
or symphonic orchestra.
or symphonic orchestra.
Yeah.
yeah. And this kind of institution, they also like. Yeah, I would say I would love to write music for quartet or for the orchestra, but I mean generally, like how many music was written for this kind of instrumentation? It's like the oil on canvas, like so many things, and it's also and a lot of composers they look on only this direction of the music. They want really the work only with this kind of the institution because of this kind of system.
Yep.
That's also like the makes there's something like institution prison, I would say. Yeah. So that's why the music and the history of art, it's like all time on the back.
So you feel like it's like this shadow that is like haunting us, and we need to like get rid of it. And a way to get rid of it would be to like redefine ourselves instead of like composers as sound artists.
So yeah, you mean institution? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, for the music, if you create music for the orchestra, so it means like with visual art we have like two steps. You create the art, a piece of art, and then you have audience.
Yes.
And in the music, if you do score, you have like composer, then performer, then audience. So we have like three steps.
Yes, there's like a mediator in the middle.
Between, yeah. That's
So you think we need to get rid of the mediator? Like the composers need to be the creators of the sound, and communicate directly with the audience in a way.
no. This I mean this institution there. Like it was for example, Gewandhaus Orchestra in Leipzig. The history of this orchestra.
Yes.
Like in the beginning of 19th century, they play almost all the repertoire was like about like 100% of contemporary music. In the middle of the 19th century, it was like 75% of the contemporary music. And then of 19th century, beginning of 20th century, it was like I don't remember exactly the numbers,
Yeah.
but it was like around the 50%. in the middle of the 20th century, it was like 10%
Mm-hmm.
contemporary music. And nowadays, it's like almost nothing.
Aha.
And yeah, and this kind of institution, they are more like to playing like museum music, like music which already like classical music.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why for them, for the most of the orchestra or string quartets, for them it's much more. They play much more the classical already music than
Uh-huh.
contemporary music. Yeah, and yeah, and if they play contemporary music, sometimes it's not enough for rehearsal because they have to learn a lot of technique. Like if you play like music like Lachenmann,
Yeah.
you have to learn a lot if you don't have experience,
Yeah.
and
It's
you have to understand a lot also. And yeah, so,
yeah. So like the institutions are not in sync with what
no,
is actually happening in the composition world.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why the you have to think when you compose. You have to think about it,
Mm.
and you have to like. So you have to find a compromise.
Yes. Hmm. So should we drink for the compromise
Or not.
or for not compromising?
I don't know. For both.
For both. So imagine that you have no limitations, no limitations whatsoever, unlimited budget, unlimited resources, unlimited time. What's your fantasy project?
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. And so it will be limited. My project will be limited because you have to limit yourself
Yeah, of
as
course,
an
but like
artist.
no external
Yeah,
limitations. Yeah.
but this idea, unlimited idea, I like very much. It's like how to say carte blanche. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I thought about it because I made my MA about the Arseny Avramov and about this symphony of industrial horns, which was created for the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
And he performed it two times in 1922 in Baku
Mm-hmm.
and 1923 in Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
So this symphony for the whole city.
Wow.
Yeah, and these ideas of the after revolution in Russia, there was like a lot of crazy ideas. One of the poet wrote the poem about the music for the whole world, like
Mm.
Asia, all the on the D,
Mm-hmm.
and then fortissimo for the whole planet 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah, then pause 2 weeks, and
Uh-huh.
then this kind of chord and pianissimo crescendo and so on and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So many poet fantasy, and I love this kind of idea. And yeah, yeah, and I love very much the this kind of so unusual project, I will say so, for the music because usually still it's like still like that. They usually people doing like orchestra, like
Mm-hmm.
quartet, like okay, contemporary music ensemble, like normal like a quartet nowadays,
Yeah.
like an orchestra. But I like very much to do some to listen to see um, to do also some unusual project, and which I think it should be like I don't know, like this helicopter quartet or the
Mm.
music for 600 years by Cage for
Uh-huh.
organ.
Yeah.
And yeah, this kind of idea I like very much. If I have this kind of opportunity, I will think what I can do. It can be.
But maybe off the top of your head, like what do you think you would do? Like
Now I'm in my head my recent project which I applied, and I don't know, difficult a bit to say right now. what I will do. Maybe I have something in my head, but it's like, I'm old and my memory is a bit also like I have to update a bit like my system with the new processor and memory. Yeah, I don't know. I love this kind of ideas about the. And you?
I mean, I had once an idea with friends, like, what if we do a piece for a race course? Like, like a racing cars.
Oh.
So it's like a race course, and you have these like cars just like going around like the the thing. And like the nice thing about like um sounds in space and high speed is that like you have this like this effect, right? Like how is it
Do you
called?
mean to pull to have a loudspeaker on this car?
For example, right when you have the ambulance going by your street.
Yeah.
So you hear it in like one sound, and as it moved, like what's the name of this effect? It's like Doppler effect, like wee 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 wee,
Doppler,
right?
yeah.
So like if you do that like with like racing cars on a course, like you can really make like interesting compositional ideas with that, because at different speeds and at different directions, like you can really like make interesting sound effects with this thing. So if I had like unlimited budget, I would probably get like a racing course and some racer drivers in their car, like put some like sound systems on them and like start playing around with that until I
But
get
you
something
mean
interesting.
Formula One or different cars or?
I mean, I would need to do my research because I have no idea about like racing.
Very, very nice project. I love it. Very nice, beautiful, beautiful. And actually, it's like I don't think it's cost like milliards, billions.
I don't like it costs a lot of money to rent the stadium, right? The stadium is huge, so it's probably a lot of money. And you need to pay a lot of money probably for these like racing drivers because it's like quite dangerous, and like the rehearsals and like like I can imagine that it's like at least like hundreds of thousands of euros this production.
Maybe millions also.
Yeah.
Can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's also cool to make a good video.
Yeah,
If you do this kind
exactly.
of to have like a
and also
very
you
good
need to do like
documentation.
insane advertisements because you need to like fill up the stadium. You don't want it to be like a normal contemporary music concert with 10 people in the audience, right? You want like the whole stadium full of people enjoying this music, so you need to do a lot of advertising. This also costs money.
Yeah. But I don't know about the audience. Yeah, but if you have documentation of that, it's also you have like more audience and then I think much more than in stadium.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you have like this like really huge piece, like how is it called? A music, for this like construction site.
Arbeitsmusik.
Yeah. Like maybe you can tell like what was the actual process of like working on that?
Oh, it was difficult. It was super difficult because logistic to organize this project was super crazy. It was near Leipzig, the place called Berbau Technik Park. There were old burgers and the transporter for the coil machines. Like it's park nowadays, so it's like for tourists, and it's very, very beautiful construction, like a industrial dinosauria. And so the part of equipment we rented in Berlin, the part of in Leipzig, and then it was like very difficult to bring up some equipment, some very heavy loudspeakers on these machines, and but do you mean the organization or the?
Yeah, like maybe like how the whole thing came about, like.
Yeah, so I was inspired by the Avramov Symphony, and that's why I wanted to do something, and I found this place, and then we applied for some grants to because without money it's impossible to do.
Yeah, of course.
and we got some grants, and then we organized all logistic and so on and so on. Yeah, I was inspired, and I used a lot of the noise, like the workers machine, like um, uh, um, this dancing soul. Or I don't know this name or English name of
Hmm.
this workers machine, but yeah, there's many, and of course
Yeah.
I used like in the beginning when I built this composition, I used it as a samples
Hmm.
to combine it to know how it can be. Yeah. So and there was like soprano with megaphone and two electric guitars, and some people worked with lights, some people worked with the noise machines, and this were I don't know, works machine. How what's the name of that
Like construction machines. Yeah,
construction
yeah,
machine?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean there are many different types of machines. I also am not familiar with like all the names.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Difficult. So I know some German names for that,
Huh.
but
Yeah, maybe you can say them because these names are always funny.
yeah, there was no, I forgot. No, I forgot.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
fine.
matter. Doesn't matter.
It's fine. Um, how many days of like recording did it take to do this thing?
Um,
Was one day or like multiple days?
no, there was performance, 2 days performance. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
it was like two concerts, two days.
Uh-huh. Ah, so it was also like a live event. There were
Yeah,
some
and
audience
in the
like
night was the very heavy rain, and one of
ah.
the loudspeaker with the amplifier was not so good covered.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
and it was super expensive.
Wow.
And but the guys from this park, they made very crazy work. They dried like the whole day
Mm.
with some machines and other machines, and they saved it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was very stressful. This so after first concert, there was like super crazy rain. Yeah, but yeah.
Wow.
Finally, it was happy, and because I thought now we have to pay for this equipment, and
Yes.
it was like, oh my god, there was not not so big honorar for this piece, like
Mhm.
so. But this equipment will cost like much more than this
Yes.
honorar, and yeah.
Wow. Nice. So to world music, how did you call it?
So like our music, Arbeitsmusik.
To Arbeitsmusik.
Yeah, it was the Avramov idea
Mhm.
to perform this symphony, his symphony. So in each city, the people can perform this city. You don't need to have like high education, like conservatory education to perform. And he also did the special notation for the
Mhm.
non-musician. Um, very interesting idea how he did it, and yeah, so and it was like proletariat symphony,
Ah,
like
okay.
a
So
anthem form
so
for
you also try to involve like a normal working class people who are not musicians.
in my piece. Or
I'm talking in Abramo.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh
he
huh.
did it, he did it.
Wow, that's cool.
And also in my performance there was some people who was no not musician people.
Just like construction workers who knew how to operate these tools.
Yeah, some of the kitchen chef, or
Hmm.
some from different
Hmm.
areas people.
In Israel, there's a really cool punk band called Igor Krutogolov's toy orchestra,
Uh-huh.
and they only play on toy instruments.
Ah,
Maybe you heard of them. Um,
maybe.
and and the cool thing is that some of the people in the band are not musicians.
Mhm.
They play on these like toy clarinets. Um, and he invented like a new type of notation, I guess, for like non-musicians, that he puts like stickers on the keys,
Uh-huh.
and they play according to like this like notation systems of like colors and like rhythms, and it works perfectly. Like they play like with the whole band that has some like great amazing musicians.
How big is because
um they have like around 8 musicians. It's like they also change
uh-huh.
quite often. Like there are people coming and going into the ensemble. It's really nice. But like yeah, they're quite a big ensemble, and like yeah, some of them are like non-musicians. It's like really cool. Like I'm really thinking about this a lot, like how to make music, especially contemporary music, more experimental music, more accessible for people who are n- completely not come from like the direction of music. And this is really cool that you also include in your piece. Some people were just like, yeah, they knew how to operate this equipment, so they're part of the piece. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's very good to involve in some project the people who is not non-musician
Yeah.
people, and to make them close to the sound world. And also I did the this rotonda piece. There was like I guess most of the people non-musician.
It helps bring people together. It helps people listen more and like understand each other. And this is like, yeah, amazing. Like in my fantasy world, this is what will end all wars if we'll just like learn to listen more.
Yeah, this because we are like animal. We also very aggressive
Yes,
type of animal, and I don't know. It's difficult, very difficult. I'm a bit skeptic about this. Yeah, but it will be cool. Yeah, it will
yeah,
be cool. Yeah, to do more sport than sport competition than war competition.
definitely.
Yeah,
Well, it's your turn
my turn.
to ask me a question.
To drink. Yeah, first.
Hmm. We already drink, but we
Ah,
can
yeah.
drink again.
Good.
Drinking is always good.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I like our discussion, and I like to be drunk. It's very good. It's very good. And was it like with somebody like you were completely drunk at the end, or not?
Mhm. I don't think we ever reach a situation where we're like completely wasted. But maybe today is the day, you know?
I don't know. I have a date tonight, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I
Maybe
don't
maybe
know.
you shouldn't drink too much. Or
Or
maybe you should
yeah,
drink too
maybe I
much.
should. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, but if the different condition, it's also not good. Yeah,
Yeah. Good. So we have a guest now.
yeah. We have a like my part of my family, Don Leone.
So.
Yeah, my question. So, we are very close to the. Maybe we are in the beginning, not only artificial intelligence situation, but we are beginning maybe of the Third World War, or some people call it fourth, because they think the third was the Cold
The
War.
Cold War, yeah.
Yeah, and what do you think? How it will be the art after the nuclear post-apocalypse situation?
Uh-huh. Interesting. I mean, I guess it depends who makes it. Like who would survive the war, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Of course, but some people can survive.
I hope, yeah. Um I mean that would be interesting, like to try to imagine like because there's so much post-apocalyptic art that tries to imagine the apocalypse, right? Like especially in video games. Have you ever heard of the Fallout series?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really trying to like imagine how would the world look like after like a nuclear fallout, right? And
But I don't remember if there is some art or.
I mean, video games by themselves, like there's like the design of the characters in the world in a way that's like
No, I mean
that's like artistic
Yeah, yeah,
creation.
yeah,
Yeah.
of
No,
course.
no, but you're talking about something else. You're talking about like how would the art look after this actually happens, not like
Yeah.
trying to imagine how it would look like, trying to think how art would look after. Like, I think, first of all, probably technologically, we'll go back a few decades, right?
Yeah.
Because like we won't have the resources we have today. Today we're like in an insane situation where we have like these, especially in the West, right? We have like these insane resources. Like I was now in Switzerland. Like the productions they have in Switzerland are insane because they have like huge budgets
Uh-huh.
and everything looks so premium and beautiful and like everything looks so professional and you have the best equipment for everything, for sound, for image, and like for lights. um so probably, first of all, like things will be scaled down to to much simpler means of production. I'm not even sure if they'll have electricity, right? If we don't have electricity, probably most music will be acoustic. Which is interesting, going back to like acoustic music, but after like knowing that there was this like super technologically advanced world, you know.
Yeah.
I can imagine, like, for example, like this is just like something that went up my head, um, like acoustic compositions that try to recreate like electronic sounds. You know, it's a bit like musique concrète instrumental, but like,
Yeah.
for example, that they'll try to build acoustic instruments that will try to emulate like sequencers, right? um you know, these like sequencers that they have like these beats that like create like these electronic beats,
You mean
basically.
it's like these music machines they use the before the electricity.
Exactly, yeah.
Like I don't know what was the name. There was
Ah, the
the
automaton,
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can really imagine like they would try to build these like acoustic automatons
Mhm.
to try to like replicate the sounds of the glorious past, you know?
Mhm.
Um and also like, I don't know, with visual arts, like they'll probably try to like replicate all these like special effects that you can so easily make with the Photoshop, right? Like
Mhm.
that you can like take one layer, take another layer, and like the layer on top, you say like, now I want like a specific filter over the other layer, right? And like these layers blend into each other in like a specific ways, in specific ways, depending on their like colors, lightness, darkness, and
Mhm.
so on. Um, so I can imagine people trying to like do this to like find like transparent sheets, maybe like a cloth or something, and putting it on each other to try to like replicate these visual effects that we have today, with like all these like digital software.
Mhm.
um yeah, that's what I can imagine with like post-apocalyptic art. What is your image of this kind of art?
Yeah, so mm, I'm maybe I like your point of view, and maybe yeah, maybe it looks like a bit like Mad Max
Yeah.
society, and there is like punk music, a more simple music, more like a songs, like simple structure, A B
Yeah.
A B.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's also very important. If we have electricity or we don't have electricity,
Yes.
if we have science community or
Hmm.
not, it's like two different things.
Yes.
Yeah, and also a important thing, the place. The place, if it will be no, if it will be like real third, fourth world war, it should be nuclear. Yeah,
So
so the
people will be underground, probably.
underground or some places where the no not toxic, how to say it,
Yes.
not
Yeah. No. No. No
safety place.
nuclear fallout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some islands
Hmm.
maybe somewhere. Yeah, so it's also I think important for the art. And yeah.
And probably it will also be like that if there's no electricity. First of all, I'm sure they'll invent like creative ways of like acoustic amplification for music, which would be really interesting.
Like you mean amphitheater or something like this?
Yeah,
Or?
either like through acoustics, like of the space itself, or like, um, they used to have these like when they just like invented sound recording. They used to have these horns,
Yeah,
like these
yeah.
huge horns that would like amplify the sound of
Like
the.
Luigi Russolo instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So probably something like that. But also I was just thinking about it because like if you have like a lot of like nuclear fallout, you would probably have like a lot of mutations of animals and humans. And probably these will be like the new demons and monsters you depict in art. So this would be interesting, like what like the like the scary things, the evils, the demons, like the horrors, how they look in art, because it would probably be very different than what we're used to these days.
Yeah, for theater especially. Yeah.
Yes.
Or also the performer, instrument performer.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have like 4 hands or 5, I don't know, that you can play like many manuals of organ at the same time. I mean, or use some new instruments build it for that.
Interesting. So like you have in your community, you have one person who's like mutated and has 3 hands, so you'll build like a special guitar for them. That's cool.
Or some new instruments,
Yeah.
especially like yeah, some people like playing guitars at the same time. They mount
Melodica.
melodica
Yeah.
and the drums with the with the legs. Yeah, Leo. New smells.
um. Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Should we drink for more limbs?
For new opportunities.
Okay. I mean, maybe we can keep in the theme of like post-apocalypse or like new evolution or whatever we might call it. We talked earlier about animals and about their sounds. So if you could imagine like a culture, because we're basically monkeys, right? We're monkeys, and we developed into this new species of human beings, and we developed like a rich culture that includes like music, art, everything. Which animal can you imagine developing into like their like an interesting culture, and how would their art, music, whatever sound like?
You mean
It doesn't have to be post-apocalypse. It can just be natural evolution also.
like raccoon can be
Raccoon.
can be the next after the monkey, I guess, because a raccoon has a like manipulator, very good uh, evaluated manipulator, and yeah, so
So how would a raccoon culture would look like in your opinion?
Yeah, but actually it takes million years.
Yeah, like let's imagine we got there. Like you have humanoid raccoons.
Yeah, we have only our experience and our like history.
Yeah.
But the curiosity, which raccoon also has, and like we as a monkey, we also have curiosity. Is very
Yes.
important, and Yeah, and fantasy, of course, like the which is like, so one of the I don't remember the name. One of the Russian scientists,
Mm-hmm.
works with the human brains,
Mm-hmm.
and she said that the art it's not like the dolce, like the Nachspeise, like sweet
Uh-huh.
stuff, which is not necessary.
Uh-huh.
She said like art it's the main dish,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and because we are as a human like we evoluted we have like our evolution because of our curiosity, our fantasy.
Mm.
And it relates with art. So for example, it was for us interesting for the for the people who invented the wheel.
Uh-huh.
It's a piece of art.
Mm. For them it was just like an artifact.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
artificial. Art,
Uh-huh.
it's artificial
Yes.
thing, and when we, of course, when we speak about the bill nowadays, it's like common thing,
Yes.
because it's like it's practical, and that's why also the science and art it's close to each other,
Mm-hmm.
because we all use our curiosity and our fantasy to produce something, to invent something.
Yes.
And I think with raccoon it should be the same, because
Mm-hmm.
they have also curiosity. They maybe they have to more more evolution of the speaking apparat, like
Mm-hmm.
connection with to change the information.
Uh-huh.
That's also very important for the evolution. Yeah, but it will be interesting to see
Yeah.
evoluted in the like we are human raccoons
Yeah.
society.
I mean, probably they have better hearing than us, right? The raccoons.
Yeah, probably we also had it before.
Uh-huh.
We don't know, but I don't know. Chimpanzee, I think they have like a better
Like a
hearing.
larger range of
May-
frequencies that they can hear.
Maybe because they it can save your life, and
Yeah.
the nose apparat.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Yeah, but
Because this would be really interesting, right? Like if they kept, for example, this like huge range of frequencies that they can hear. Like imagine like what kind of music they can make. Like
yeah, yeah. Like these wheels, they also doing music. They
Mhm.
also singing underwater.
They sing underwater.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Underwater music. This is a feature we don't have.
Yeah. They but some people recorded the songs of the wheels.
True. Okay.
Yeah.
Of the whales.
Whales. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry
the
for
whales.
my
But
English.
the raccoons don't sing underwater.
No,
Yeah, the
raccoons. No,
whales. Uh-huh.
whales. Yeah,
I
whales.
mean, this would be insane. Like if whales developed into like a sophisticated culture. Wow.
That's a problem, but they are very smart.
Yeah.
They're very smart. But the problem is they also have the names of each other. But the problem
Uh-huh.
is, they're very intelligent. But the problem is with manipulators, with the hands.
True.
They also. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's like, but the dolphins masturbate.
Yes.
They
Yeah, they also have sex just for pleasure, not only
yeah.
for recreation. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the problem of the evolution is the manipulators, and they actually they evoluted, so they were like the family of with the together with the one family with the cows,
Yeah.
and they just have a like evolution back to the water. Evolution. It's very beautiful story
Yeah.
of evolution. Yeah, I love it so much.
But like I don't know, I can actually imagine like if they'll somehow manage to develop like manipulators like you said. And because there is electricity underwater actually, right? Because there's like these bioluminescent creatures, right? Like really deep in the oceans, like these creatures that have like natural lights. So in theory, if you have like really intelligent creatures underwater, they can find a way to manipulate this in order to create electricity and to create machines and everything, and like to create musical instruments and like underwater music. You know?
Yeah, they have to evaluate with the manipulators to do this.
Yeah.
Because without it, you cannot build something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I mean, actually, like the octopi, like octopus,
Oh.
they're super intelligent, and they have like extremely dexterous, like manipulators.
Yeah.
Their problem is that they only live for like around 1 year. If they could survive for like 70 years, like the average human, they would probably take over the world within like a few decades, you know?
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah.
The octopi.
Yeah. Octophony. In each hand they have a loudspeaker, or I don't know, some sound system. They have like this how to say it, like on the
Yeah,
like,
these things, like I don't know the name.
horns,
Yeah.
and there is many.
Yes. And each of them they can control independently, which is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I
Like,
can imagine, to
imagine-
make a sound through these horns.
Wow. Yeah, like an instrument that like that you can play with all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
This is insane. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the octopi, they're coming for us. They'll replace us very soon. As the dominant species, you know?
Raccoon and octopus.
Yes, the raccoon and octopus. Cool. So let's drink. We say lechaim in Hebrew. Lechaim. It means to life. Yeah, yeah, lechaim. So we drink to
Lechaim.
lechaim. But what do we drink to? We drink to the raccoons and the octopi.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. Evolution.
To evolution, yes.
Better evolution than human.
All right. Last question.
Yeah. What's your next project? A musical project or art project? I don't know.
Yeah. So musical project I'm currently working on some like I said, like generative music. So I have this fantasy that like I'll have this algorithm that in theory can take basically like a video or any like movie or anything and write like the soundtrack to it using an algorithm. So
But the video, it's also algorithmic. Or,
no, the video is like normal.
normal. Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't get to the level that like the video is also generated. Like I'll start with generated music, but like I'm currently working on like a series of like algorithmic processes that like translate either text or patterns or whatever into like music, basically. And the challenge there is to make it interesting, because it's very easy to generate music, right? You can like very easily say that like I don't know, you have some text and you say the letter A equals the note A, the letter B equals the note B. Like this is very easy. And the challenge is to make it actually interesting. So I'm working on these algorithms. I'm refining them. This is a long process. This might take years even, right? But like the idea is to have this like some kind of an algorithm that generate music that is actually interesting and actually complementary to a video according to like some attributes. And there's so many attributes in a video, right? Like if there's someone talking, like we're talking now, there's text.
Yeah.
And I can take this text and I can process this text and I can translate this text into like different types of music. But there's also other factors at play, right? There's like the brightness of the video, there's the colors, and there's the movement, right? We can also decide like
Yeah.
Once I do this movement in the middle of the screen, this creates like one musical gesture. If I do it like on the other hand of the screen, it's another musical gesture. So there's like many things to explore there. And it's basically endless, right? Like to understand what you can translate to which musical gesture. So this is something that I'm really interested in, like right now, like musically.
Hmm.
Non-musically, I just finished writing my first novel,
Yeah.
a book. It's like every time I describe it, I say it's science fiction mythology.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I mean, do you know Tolkien,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, of course.
So you know the Silmarillion.
Uh,
So it's another book by Tolkien. He didn't even finish it himself. I think it's like his children like finished it
mhm.
for him. It's basically the mythology of Lord of the Rings. It's like how the world was created, the gods, all these things.
Okay. Less legend like yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So this is like the book I wrote now. It's like the basically like the mythology of this like sci-fi world that I created.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now I'm working on like more literature in this world. Like now I started working on a second book that is like in the same world, but it's like completely unrelated. It's like a different time, different place, other characters, but it's all within the same like fictional world of like yeah.
I love very much science fiction. Which language? It's
I'm writing in English, yeah.
English. Ah, okay, super. So
Yeah, yeah.
maybe I can buy somewhere or
Yeah, and
I can
I'm
find
all my art. I'm putting it for free on the internet. So
open source.
yeah, it's all open sourced.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, you can you don't need to pay anything. Um, but yeah, like I love this. I'm really into this concept of like world building, like inventing new worlds with
Oh yeah,
different new cultures, new types of creatures, and like we
I
were
love
talking
it.
about earlier, right? Like the raccoon society or like the octopi society, right? Like it's really interesting to think in these directions, and like of course, like if we in reality we would need to wait for like millions of years to even see something similar to like what we can imagine, but like in our imagination we can go so far,
Yeah.
right? We can like invent like whole worlds, whole empires that span through galaxies and star systems.
Yeah.
So I find it really interesting, especially since we sometimes we feel so like alone in the universe in a way that it's like only humans so far. We didn't discover any like alien species that
It's
we can
difficult, super difficult.
communicate with, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's our curiosity. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you spoke about the generative music
Yeah.
with video,
Mhm.
so I thought in the beginning there's also video. It's generative,
Yes.
and um, and I thought maybe it can be like a game, like a chess. You know, one step after another. So the music makes the trigger for the video, and video makes the trigger for the music,
Mm.
and so on and so on and so on.
This would be amazing. Yeah.
I don't know if it's possible to do because I'm not programmer.
I think yeah everything is possible if you if you invest enough time and energy. Yeah, this would be amazing. And in a way it's like have you seen these videos? There are some videos online that you take like a Siri and Alexa and you let them to like talk to each other.
No, I didn't.
It's really funny. It's really
I
really
should
funny,
find it.
but like it's really interesting. Like if you take these algorithms, like you develop a really sophisticated algorithm to generate video, and you make a really sophisticated algorithm to generate music, and you let them like communicate with each other and feed into each other, and you just like leave them. You don't intervene. You let them like run for like I don't know, like a year, and then you need to go through all of this like footage and sound like and see what happens in the end. And like I would imagine that you will get like some really interesting result, but like at the end of the day, like the only thing that makes it interesting is the human touch. You know, it's like you going through all, like you do in your own work,
You
right?
mean to make it interesting?
Yes, like you need to go, at the end of the day, you need to go through all of this output that was algorithmically generated and to find like the interesting moments and to say, aha, this is something that I can like frame, you know, like I can make it into a composition. I can make it into something that like to give it a context, even to give it a title, right? Like you have like 1 hour of music, you take 3 minutes of this and you give it a title like Tomatoes in Space, you know? And like this is the human aspect that like no machine could replicate.
Yeah.
And I think this is the interesting thing with like art and technology, right? Like it doesn't mean like you can make the most sophisticated technology in the world. At the end of the day, people are interested in the human touch, in this like, you know, in this like cherry on the top of the cake. That like you're saying, this is the framing, this is like the piece of art, this is the interesting thing about it, this is the context of human life that I'm giving it. And yeah, like this is this for me is exciting. Like technology is just a tool. At the end of the day, the exciting thing is like how we interact with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Finita la commedia.
So we drink to
so for the tools and other
for humans.
Yeah, for humans and the other creation which we probably never met in our life.
For the unknown.
Yeah, so UFO and so on and so on.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a very good idea to make this interview with Bisky and this discussion. I love so much this kind of discussion about the art, about the some fantasy birds and fantasy art and so on and so on.
Yeah.
I mean, more science fiction, not fantasy, science fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these like this is the nice thing. These topics are endless, right? Like we can talk for hours, but like it was really nice. Thank you so much for
thank you
giving
again,
your time.
Very much.
Yeah. I hope we'll have more fruitful discussions in the future. But for now, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Sergey, for being on the show. And see you next time. Goodbye.
Ciao.